Return of the Mac. Bump, bump, return of the Mac. Listen, I've made a lot of videos glazing Conor McGregor, glazing the mindset of Conor McGregor, saying that he is going to win this fight, claiming that he is going to go out there and put on an absolute mystic Mac masterpiece. We have to be a little bit realistic. It's been 5 years. It's been a long time. In order for Conor to get this win, he is going to have to be sharp. He is going to have to be locked in. And the videos I'm seeing coming out are displaying just this. He is looking ready. He is looking tuned up, turned on, pause. He is looking ready for this fight. Everything he's saying and everything he seems to be doing, allegedly, in the gym is pointing towards at least a competitive fight between Max Holloway. At the very least. Listen, I glaze Conor McGregor a lot, but I like both guys. I'm a big fan of Max Holloway. I'm a big fan of Conor McGregor. The very fact that this fight is even happening is a blessing. And the fact that we get to watch this as fans. This is going to be the first Conor McGregor fight that I'm watching live. And for a lot of people, it will be the same. This is a man who's got so many people into the sport. A man who has changed many lives. Everything that this man stands for when he was locked in and when he was in his prime is what a man should aspire to be. He's done a lot of bad stuff. He's gone off the deep end. He's disgraced the position that he put himself on. He's done a lot of bad stuff, and that is an understatement. But right now, Conor McGregor looks locked in. He looks ready to conquer. Now, this is not going to be a stylistic breakdown of the fight. That's going to come later this week. I do think there are a lot of weaknesses. Max Holloway has, clearly his defense is not great. He is one of the most hit fighters in UFC history. He has absorbed some of the most significant strikes in UFC history. I believe he's number one for most significant strikes absorbed. He has had a lengthy career in the Octagon, and he gets hit a lot. He's had wars with Volkanovski. He's had wars with Dustin Poirier. Even in the third fight against Dustin Poirier, where he finally laid claim to a victory over the Diamond, it was a war. He got dropped in the second round. He almost got guillotined. And at the end of the fight, his face looked a mess. He was dropped by Justin Gaethje. He was knocked out by Ilia Topuria. He has taken an obscene amount of damage over the course of his career. And that does not lend well to a power puncher like Conor McGregor, who still possesses the power, no doubt. It's the last thing to go from a fighter's arsenal. But will Conor be able to land? That is the question. And that is the question we are all asking. The thing with Conor McGregor is you have to look at his mindset. And when he is locked in, he is damn near unbeatable. We saw him against Cowboy Cerrone, and we saw what he could do. We saw the damage that he was doing. We saw the damage that he did at 170. It's alleged that before the Khabib fight, Conor was partying with Drake. The story goes that Drake was at the weigh-ins, and he went off and drank with Drake, and then had to get home back to the hotel because he had a fight the next day. We see Conor McGregor when he is not locked in, when he is not focused, when he's drinking, when he's doing the drugs, when he's succumbing to hedonism, and he's still performing very well. He's still made it to the fourth round against Khabib, which is better than what Justin Gaethje did, which is better than what Dustin Poirier did. Even in the Dustin Poirier fights themselves, when McGregor eventually lost, there were moments of brilliance, and he went into those fights injured. There are excuses that can be made, and these are legitimate excuses for Conor. But will it be enough? Just looking at the countdown video, I am hyped. He looks smooth, he looks fluid, and he looks focused. All I can speak about is the focus of Conor McGregor. There is no use analysing and comparing old footage. And whilst it may convince us that Max has weaknesses and Conor can exploit these, it is not enough to determine what a current Conor McGregor looks like and what a current Max Holloway looks like. We know in combat sports that you age overnight. And Max Holloway, quite frankly, has been in wars. He's been in wars that aged the body and aged the brain by decades. He's a 70-year-old man in fight years. He's 33 years old, but he is a fucking old, decrepit bloke out there. He has been hit so many times, he doesn't remember his last name. Conor McGregor, whilst he has been damaging his body and doing all sorts of nonsense outside of the ring, he hasn't been in the wars that Max Holloway has been in. He hasn't taken the damage that Max Holloway has taken. And he hasn't been out-wrestled recently and lost a huge amount of confidence like Max Holloway has. So Conor has the potential. Conor has the potential to do well. The countdown video shows a locked-in Conor McGregor back in Ireland, back in his roots, back in the Black Forged Inn, but not drinking. We are seeing a locked-in Conor McGregor return. And this is just crazy and surreal to me that he is fighting Max Holloway. It is crazy to see. It is crazy to think about that in 2026, we have a Conor McGregor return. I don't want to jinx anything. But yeah, I've done a lot of glazing of Conor McGregor. I'm extremely hyped that he is back. I believe he has the tools necessary to beat Max. But I am going to break down a bit of news. Last night it was announced that Mauricio Huffy will be the backup fighter for Conor McGregor versus Max Holloway, which is taking place at 170 pounds. Mauricio just fought at 155 a couple weeks ago at the White House card, where he obviously knocked out Michael Chandler. Can somebody put Michael Chandler on suicide watch? This bloke has been through the ringer as of late. He's been knocked out, beaten up in every single fight. I think his last win was Tony Ferguson. He had the Dan Hooker win. He's had some close fights with Justin Gaethje and Dustin Poirier, respectively. And then he got the Tony win. And then he's been on an absolute skid ever since. You have to feel a little bit for Michael Chandler. I think he needs to retire. He's 40 years old. He's announced a move up to welterweight. Obviously, he couldn't be the backup fighter for this matchup against Max and Conor because he just got beaten up. He probably hasn't been cleared to fight. But it's got to be sad for him to see a former opponent of his in Mauricio Huffy getting afforded the opportunity to fight or potentially fight one of Conor McGregor or Max Holloway. I think the Chandler fight, in retrospect, was a comparably easy fight for Conor McGregor. A sloppy, orthodox wrestler who is extremely hittable on the feet. I don't know if a prime Chandler would be such an easy matchup for Conor McGregor. If we saw the Chandler that fought Dustin Poirier against Conor, maybe it would have been different. Maybe Chandler would be the BMF champ right now or something along those lines. We don't know, but Michael Chandler's dreams of fighting Conor McGregor have seemingly slipped through his fingers as Mauricio Huffy is announced as the official backup fighter. Do I see Conor McGregor or Max pulling out? Unless one of them pulls an Arman Sarukian, it's highly doubtful. Conor McGregor has only pulled out of one fight, that being the Michael Chandler fight. But aside from that, Conor has a reputation for always showing up. I believe he will show up against Max Holloway. I think Max Holloway will show up. He's not much of a pull-out merchant. Unless a freak accident occurs, I think we will see both men make the walk, which is just crazy to me that we have a Conor McGregor fight in 2026. I've said that about 10 times throughout this video. By the way, if you're enjoying it, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to hit 100 subscribers by the end of this month. Help me out. Where was I? Conor McGregor, right? I think we see both men making the walk. I don't see either men pulling out, but it's interesting to see the UFC giving favorable treatment to Mauricio Huffy, who is, in my opinion, 2 fights away from a title shot, and I think can actually win the belt, because Justin Gaethje being the champ opens everything up. It truly does. Hoofy's had a bit of a career resurgence as of late, and to be honest with you, the lightweight division is looking extremely exciting. I think if McGregor beats Holloway, despite the fact that the fight is at 170, I think we see a Conor McGregor versus Justin Gaethje fight. If Conor McGregor decides to re-sign to the UFC, if he doesn't, they'll probably feed him like Carlos Prates or Michael Morales or something crazy like that, because you know the UFC are cunts, and you know they're going to try and drain every last cent they can out of Conor McGregor. But there we have it, a bit of news. Conor McGregor, UFC countdown. He looks completely locked in. Mauricio Huffy as the backup fighter. Conor McGregor versus Max Holloway. I am hyped. I am beyond hyped. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below, and I'll see you boys in the next one. Much love.